My goodness me. Yo, you hit the nail on the head with this one, rude boy. I've experienced this. I've seen this firsthand. So the comment says, LOL, this happens in uni. Man from London will go up to the Midlands and move mad. So what he's saying is, there's youths from London who are basically nobodies. They will go up to the Midlands to go uni, say DMU or Leicester University, whatever in that, and turn bad boy overnight. I've seen this firsthand. There's a youth that lives on man's estate. I don't even know how much younger he is than me, but he's definitely older than my little brother. So let's say he's like 4 or 5 years younger than me, yeah? This youth was a nobody. In the ends, nobody knew him, yeah? He'll be one of them youths, yeah? So man used to move with some youths called DA, yeah? They're my generation, yeah? He's the sort of you, if they try to rob him, he'll probably call out my name. Oh, you know I live on such and such's estate. I know such and such, you know. This shit was a nobody, yeah. Never had a fight in his life, ever, yeah. Just, you know them youths there, like, they do their homework, they don't even play out on the estate, and then they end up going to uni and doing IT, yeah. One of them sort of youths. This youth, like, no one even told me he went to uni. You know, like when you just don't see someone for like 4 or 5 months once they turn 18 or once they hit a certain year, they disappear for 4 or 5 months. You just clock, they've gone uni. Yeah, boom. So, man didn't see the youth for like 2, 3 years. Yeah, because obviously I'm working at that. I'm busy. Yeah. Anyway, after about 2, 3 years, man see the youth walking on the estate like he's a rude boy. Fam, when I saw him, I'm like, yo, does this shit want to punch in his face? Like, what's this shit doing, fam? Why are you walking like that? And I clocked, my man's gone uni and he's probably been mixing and mingling with other youths, and now he's kind of, I don't know, built up a little character or come out of his shell. Now this youth thinks he's a rude boy. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, fake bad boys. Now this youth, I don't even think he thinks he's a bad boy. I don't know what's going on. But what I'm saying is, there's certain man, once they hit certain ages, 22, 25 years old, they start pushing a little weights and that. Now they think they're a bad boy. But like I said, when you wasn't trying to be a bad boy, when you didn't make a name for yourself, when it was time to be a bad boy, say 14 to 19 years old, anything after that, you're fake. Anything after that, you're fake. Obviously, there's going to be some outliers. There's going to be some anomalies and that, where, you know, man become bad man at 22 years old and that. But for the most part, anyone that you see walking like they're bad and they didn't make a name for themselves when they were younger, say 14 to 19 years old, just know they're a chief. Just know they're a chief. So, I just want to explain something about, you know, like in the previous video, I was saying like Jamaicans will come over from yard to the UK and act like they're bad, but it wasn't on anything when they was back home. What happens is, and a lot of men will do this, when they go from one environment that's an aggressive environment and they go to a weaker environment, a weaker energy environment. For example, I'm from Edmonton, yeah? A weaker energy environment is, say, Palmer's Green, is Winchmore Hill, yeah? Let's say Hackney, man. Tottenham is a weaker energy environment, yeah? But definitely Hackney, man, if they go Finsbury Park, that's a weaker energy environment, yeah? So what happens is, when certain people come from a more aggressive environment, when they go to a weaker energy environment, even if they ain't like that in their natural habitat, they're not a bad boy from their natural habitat. When they go to a weaker energy environment, now they feel like they're a rude boy and that. Because they clock, like you could just pick up on the energy of the area and that. And no, this is a weaker energy area. I spoke about this one time before. Man was going on a little hobbery spree, yeah? I'm from Edmonton. When you go on eats, yeah, you don't go to a more aggressive environment. You don't even go to an environment that's on the same level as you. So When we're from Edmonton, we're not gonna go to say Tottenham to go and do that. Yeah. No, where did we go? We went to Chesham, we went to Wolverhampton Cross. Do you know why? Because the energy of that area is weaker than Edmonton. So it's gonna be easy for us to go there and, eat up the place, let's say. So that's what it is. Jamaica is a more aggressive environment for the most part. So when they come over here, now they think they're bad boys and that. Same with the Utes that are from the ends. Utes that are from Tottenham or Edmonton, or do you know what? You might even have man that's just from some random area in London. Let's say Finchley, yeah. But he will go up to, let's say, Leicester Uni or De Montfort or Coventry Uni or whatever and that. And because he's from London, now he thinks he's a rude boy. Because I've heard a few people complain like, oh yeah, when London man come up here, they all think they're bad boys and that. Yeah, that's just what happens, isn't it? A certain man feel like because they're from London, when they go outside of London, they're a rude boy. Yo, if you was not a rude boy in your area at said time, at any time, you're not a rude boy now. So, yeah, anyway, man, stay tuned for the next video.